4 new vision cards, 1 new Esper, a new raid, lots of login bonuses, up to 10,000 free vision ore. All this and more. You don't want to miss out. Stick around. We're going to be covering global news primarily, and for the first time on this channel, we're also going to be covering JP. There's a very good reason for that. A special collaboration has been announced, and it's coming out very soon for them, and it's going to affect how we may be doing things in the near future. So we're going to be covering that. Also, guys, subs, stick around, stay tuned. I do have something very special in store for you guys later on in the video. It's a teaser, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Hello, of course, everyone. Welcome back to the House of Goz. I, Norgoz, Warlord of the Visions, honors you in my great hall. If you like the way that we do content here, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, come back and see us again. And, of course, if you're feeling froggy, hit that bell icon so you get notified of new content as soon as it gets dropped. We appreciate you guys here. And if you like more action, find us on Twitch Tuesday through Friday. Without further ado, like I said, we have a lot of good stuff in store this week. It's going to be jam-packed. We're going to do a little bit of news and a brief review of each of these cards all the way through here. Give you some stats and ideas about what to expect. So we're going to have 4 cards coming out here, starting out with the 2-headed dragon, Serpentine Onslaught 2-headed dragon card. My white eyes black dragon, a blue eyes white dragon, a red eyes black dragon, whatever. You know, you guys understand the reference. So he's going to have dark attack up and damage limit up. Now, the reason I want to give you the guys a brief overview of these is this reason, because the maximum damage is what that's going to be increasing. So the maximum damage on chains and whatnot will get you up to 9,999 damage as a cap. This vision card is going to be able to put your whole entire party above that cap by a total of 2,500 when it's fully maxed out. With this card, you're going to get 300 HP, 180 attack, and you're going to get dark. You're going to increase dark attack by a cool 10%. So that part's pretty standard, but it's very unique in the sense that it's increasing your max damage for your entire party. So that's going to be very, very good for any type of raid that you may want to do on your own, or in PvE where you're doing multiple chains and working that into your setup. So this is going to be a fantastic card for you. Not only do you get that, you get him as an Esper as well. So he's going to bring some of the highest attack in the game as far as an Esper goes. In addition to that, under the skill tree, we're going to see... I scroll over here to the skill tree. He's got a lot of options that he brings to the table. He brings slash attack. He brings like 25, I think it's like 25% dart killer that we're getting here. And we're also getting some piercing resistance, dragon killer, accuracy, getting a little bit of evasion, of course, in the standard evocation boost, and 20% attack as well as 7% critical damage. So I've designed sort of one of the options you would go with over this. On this section, you're going to see there's the attack up. Over here's the critical. On the bottom, you've got the slashing attack up and the piercing resistance. And over on the right side, you've got the dragon killer accuracy. On the left side, you've got that dark killer. So lots of different ways you can go with this. Esper is going to bring a lot to anybody's party if you're trying to go against dark elements, or just have attacker like Stern as an example that has either high crit or high critical damage. He has high critical damage. This is just going to make that even better. Or like a Gafgarian as an example. So things to keep in mind with that. As a brief overview for that, we're moving on here. Envious Magician. It's going to reduce casting time. It's going to lower the defense, but you're going to get magic up for the party. And it is a decent amount of magic up. You're getting up to a 30% magic up on this card. You are getting 100 casting time deactivated. And this is a self buff, so it'll stack with any group buff you may have for casting speed. You need 242 HP, 46 attack, but 126 magic stat on an MR card. That's actually a pretty respectable amount of magic stat on an MR vision card. So very, very nice stuff there. Moving right along here, we've got ourselves a glitch that just happened. All right, so moving. Okay, so I just can't. Technical difficulties. I just can't go to that one little section right there. All right, moving right along here. The perks of having Charm, damage limit up, and Light Eater. So if you can't get, or even if you do get the dragon card, the 2-headed dragon card, this will complement it even further. I believe this should be stacking together with it, and it's going to add 1,500 max damage. It's a self buff. It's a selfish buff, but it does add 20% light killer to the party and an MR card. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty good amount on an MR card, I would say. You've got 312 HP, 95 attack, 42 magic, so a a decent amount of attack, and the magic stat is not, completely abysmal. There's a little bit there, a little bit to throw in there. So it's going to be something that's maybe an alternative for you. If you can't get the dragon card, the two-headed dragon card, you may be good to go with that. Deceptive Vows. Honest Souls card is going to have slashing attack up and evasion up on the card. Now, the slashing attack is a decent amount, and it's a self buff. So this is the one card that doesn't add. And so this is going to be another card that adds slashing attack up, but doesn't add hate. So you could stick this on a damage dealer and still get a group buff of the evasion up. The evasion up is not actually very high. It is 10, which is a respectable amount. However, a 1-star Shiva card is going to be the equivalent to that. If you have Shiva and you have it awakened to 1 star, if you max it out, you will get 10 evasion on that card. So this is very, very small overall. However, it's still going to be, a decent amount in case you don't have anything. It's better than nothing, right? And of course, you get 15 slashing attack up on your selfish buff, 264 HP, 82 attack, 75 magic stats. So that's going to be really good for a decent amount of attack and magic for like a hybrid user. So that could be something good for like a Dario that we just came up. So as an example. So moving right along here, we've got the Beast Sin, of course, going to be added for the two-headed dragon because they are an Esper, as I mentioned. We're going to have a Raid Celebration login campaign, Story double XP campaign. So we're getting a login bonus of some cool stuff. That's the standard 2,500 Vision Ore. And Story XP double up campaign. We know what that's all about. XP, Chocobo Expedition XP and Guild double up campaign. That's really good. So throw all your units in there that need to get leveled up. And moving on here to the Beginner's Login Bonus Update. Now, do not misunderstand. This is Beginner's Login Bonus. However, it clearly states, regardless of whether or not you are a new player or a seasoned expert, all who log in daily can receive up to 10,000 free Visiore during this time. And here's how the payout runs out. So it's got a total of 10,000. You've got 500. It alternates between 500 and 1,000, and then you've got some extra bonuses on top of it. Day 3, we're getting an MR Plus guaranteed unit summon ticket. We're getting a bunch of faint memories and whatnot, some story skip tickets, XP cubes, another MR Plus ticket on 8 and 11 day, and then on day 14 we're getting 2,000 Vision Ore. So up to that point, day 13, that's 8,000. Then you get the additional 2,000. That's 10,000 total. So make sure you're logging in during these periods. They're throwing so much good stuff at us. I can appreciate what the devs are doing. They're giving us a ton of goodies. They're giving us a ton of Vision Ore. They're giving us the free 10 shot 10 pull at the end of the month. That's not now, at the end of the month, along with the Warrior of Light campaign, which we did get confirmation of that as well. If you logged in over the weekend, you saw the pop-up for that. We'll talk about the packs and stuff for that for a minute. White Marshmallow, the White Flan Raid is here. So I'm not going to speculate too much about what items are going to be here. We could compare this to JP. However, I believe we may see a return of the Alexandrite ring, or they may be bringing in something new to Global. We will see. We'll see what's going on here. So Chapter 7, Scene 3 is going to be available, so that means we're going to get some more resources for clearing the story. And if for those of you like myself who actually appreciate the story, you're going to be able to continue where you left off. Going to get some secret book rewards quests. Like I said, every time these come up, regardless of what books you're getting, this is great for everything. You're getting all kinds of drops. You're getting they typically have the growth eggs that are there. You get the ore that you can use to level up your equipment. You're getting the refinement books that are needed to awaken your equipment. You're going to get sword, great sword, axe, staff, katana, and daggers for this one. So that's going to be 2 separate quests for those two. Those 2 sets. Now, this is something that got updated over the weekend. We got a couple of hype-up packs here. The daily hype-up pack, limit 1 for both of these. The daily hype-up pack, you're getting 5 large restores, 10 large gil snappers, that's 1 million gil, and 60 paid Vision Ore. If you're going to throw a buck into the game, this is probably what you want to do right now. Get that daily hype-up pack. The other one is getting just under 1,500 Vision Ore, and actually, I'd have to go look. It's $24 US for the FF1 hype-up pack, and I don't really recommend these. It's something that's really the daily hype-up pack. Sure, $1. That's pretty decent. The $24 for that, I don't see the value just because you get all of these materials you can get over time elsewhere. All you're doing is getting the paid Vision Ore. So if you want to get that Vision Ore, you want to trade that up for the rank 80. The rank 80 setup, where if you're 60, 70 something, and you're going towards rank 80, that has a 10,000 Vision Ore reward over the course of that rank up mission pack that you can get, and it takes 1,500 paid Vision Ore for that. So you're trading 1,500 paid Vision Ore for up to 1,000 free Vision Ore, but again, it only starts at level rank 45 and then goes up about every 5 levels. Sometimes there's a couple levels in between, but it gets a total of 10,000 once you hit 80. So that's pretty nice if that's something that you wanted to do. But I wouldn't buy this pack for it. I wouldn't do that. That's just my opinion. So we've already gotten through all of that good stuff. Now, Norgoz, you said that you have 2 things for us. You said you have 1, you're going to be covering the JP side of it. That's correct. And 2, you have a teaser trailer for us. That is also correct. Stick around here. Now, I very rarely will cover the JP side of this. There's a very specific reason I'm going to be doing this, and it's because if we pull this up here, excuse me, what? If we pull this up here, we're going to take a look, and we're going to see that just announced for the JP side, Final Fantasy IV collaboration. So we'll play through this. We'll talk over it as it's going through. So it's been confirmed that Cecil is coming. Kain and Rosa are coming. And I believe that they are listed, they are limited units. And with that, along the way, it appears that we're going to be getting 3 new items. It appears that we may be getting they just showed at they'll show this at the end, the item highlights. It looks like we're going to be getting Cecil's sword. We may be getting Rosa's harp, and I believe that would count. I don't know if that's going to count as an accessory or a weapon. And then we're going to be getting Kain. Looks like it's going to be Kain's dragon or dragoon helmet. So these are some of the Final Fantasy IV is one of the favorite ones in the genre for a lot of different fans. So it looks like we may be getting some in the event. Looks like we're going to go up against oh goodness great, I always get him mixed up with the guy that looks like his brother. So I'm not gonna, but that dark mage guy, yeah, I can't remember. I don't really care so much about him. I care about all the other characters. Kain is going to be the one that I might be going for. We don't know if Cecil's going to be a tank or not. He's typically been a tank / damage dealer in some situations, so maybe he'll have a Dark Knight sub on this. But we're also going to be getting the Demon Wall in here in some fashion. The card and an Esper, as we can see here. So lots of really good stuff coming in this upcoming Final Fantasy IV event. So if they followed the JP side of it, I'd expect, they're about 6 months ahead of us. That's what we're probably going to be doing. So this is where we have the highlight. So I said there, it looks like it was going to be Cecil's sword. However, that sword, now that I look at it right now, it doesn't quite look the same. So it might be something else. So again, that's coming right here. That's coming about the same time, right? So we've got that coming up for us. And that's something that I find very, very interesting. And that's why I put off the video that I'm about to do a trailer for, which is called, which is going to be the Engelbert versus Warrior of Light comparison. I want to see when this drops, if you're going to have Cecil as a tank or not. And I want to make a forward in regards to Cecil being a tank, in regards to those, those players that really want to, save up Vision Ore for the future. I know some of you guys are free-to-play players, and you're thinking really, really, really far ahead, and that's really, really smart, regardless of whether you're free to play or not. So, without further ado, guys, let me know in the comments below for sure, and I do have the teaser trailer coming up right now. It's about a minute long, and it is let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are initially on seeing these units being revealed for the JP side. Now, again, without further ado, I am going to roll this trailer and hope that I don't regret it. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Hey there, fight fans, and welcome to the Thunderdome, where 2 men enter and 1 goes home. I'm Katsip O'Brien, and I'll be introducing your fighters today. In the blue corner, wearing that gaudy purple blue with gold trim, he stands 7'2" with 3,000 HP, 50 agility, and a taunt that actually works. He keeps a cabin in his inventory, and like Obi-Wan Kenobi was Square's last hope, Warrior of Light. And in the red corner, wearing that white armor with the red trim and 50 sashes for no reason, he stands 6'5" with 3,300 HP, 48 agility, and an immortal spirit. He enjoys rope play in his free time and is the love of Frederica's life. Steel Guardian Engelbert. All right, fight fans, let's get back into the squared circle and watch them face off.
Thank you again, guys. Please thumbs up, like, subscribe, come back and see us again. We just hit 1,000 subs, and I appreciate all of you. Take care.